All right, this is weird. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch this, but I don't even know if I'm live. But yeah, I'm live, I think. If you're watching, you could, if you don't mind, I'd like it if somebody were to say something in the chat so I know, or it's saying that it's connecting, so I don't know, I can't see it right now. Yeah, so, as the title states, I am live, and I'm going to be talking about draft day. So yeah, if you haven't seen this yet, oh, and actually we do have somebody watching, so that's cool. So I think it's working. I think you can hear me. It's just the chat isn't connecting. Actually, the Wi-Fi might not be too great right now. I don't know. And so that might mean that like the stream might stop. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, people are starting to come on. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so basically, if you just joined, I'll just be talking about my thought process, and it's actually in the description. I just quickly wrote something. I don't even know if it's like grammatically correct, whatever. I just quickly wrote it. And yeah, I'll just, because I don't know if anybody's gonna watch this, but I just felt like there were some things that I wanted to touch on. So if you haven't seen this yet, you should go see the Habs guy's latest video, because we had a really big project, and actually I just wanna, so basically I'm on the website of the project, which yeah, I'll just talk about. I just want to see real quick, just make sure that I am live. Well, I think I am live. I just can't see the chat, which really sucks. Yeah, I see myself live. That's pretty funny. All right. That's cool. I just can't see the chat, which sucks. I was gonna say if you guys have any questions, I could just answer them, but at the moment I cannot. Oh, now I can. Okay, finally. There you go. Hi, the Habs guy. Awesome. Okay, now I'll get started. Because we do have viewers now. So yeah, if you haven't seen the video yet, I really highly suggest you go watch it. So I'm on the website that we did for the project. And there's this video here, which is the trailer. I'm not gonna play it now. You can just go ahead and see it on his channel. I don't know if this stream is gonna be long or not. So as you can see here, there's like the home, open, gallery, checklist, set info, and contacts. So I'm just gonna go to the gallery. This is why I have it here, because these are all the cards that I made. Well, actually not all, but some of them. And yeah, there are some things that I'd like to talk about. So here, this is the base design. It's on its side, so I'll just go to another base card. Okay, here, Kalpakako. So, and hi, Lou Hockey. So now there's actually, the thing is, for every single card, I had this thought process. So I would always go through something and be like, okay, what first of all looks like something that Upper Deck would do? And I started making the designs back in March or April of this year. So early COVID days, and as time went by, I got to like, as I was doing other things, I got to work on this too, which was great. And like, I know the Habs guy talked about how it took us a really long time to do, but we could have been a lot more efficient and a lot faster. Like if we are going to do something like this in the future, we're definitely going to be a lot more efficient because we know what we're doing and we know that it's actually possible, because I honestly didn't expect we would ever come out with this at some points. So anyways, for every single card, I had to think, first of all, what looks very Upper Deck like. Now I don't know, I'm a perfectionist. And I mean, I've improved a lot when it comes to graphic design. So this is like, I made in April. Now I think personally, I just think that if I were to do it now, my designs would be better. But that kind of just makes me want to do it more like for next year, I guess. So that's a good thing, that I'm just improving. So it's nice. And so when I was making this, I wanted it also to give it some reasoning behind it. Because like, you know, you can't just really have a random design with no reason, if you know what I mean, because you know, having lines everywhere or like some pattern or something, it might look cool, but there's also, I always think that like there's always be some meaning. Maybe I just overthink things, but that's just how I am. So here you can see this is like a vertical card that'd also be like the horizontal, like the Jack Hughes, but you see there's like some wave like thing, and then there's like, I tried to make some puck texture here. So the wave here is actually very funny. Okay, so it symbolizes it kind of means like the new wave of kids that are joining the NHL, I guess, if you know what I mean. Like, it's I just came up with that reasoning. I was like, well, I mean, it looks cool, I guess, and like it works. And the puck, I don't know, it's just like, you know, they join the NHL, and actually I'll touch more on that later. So that's, I mean, base design is really simple, so it doesn't really matter. Like, yeah, these are just some other base cards I did, and like there would be some info like what are they called? Game day actions, I think. No, wait, no, that's Tim Hortons. I forget what the upper deck EPAC cards that they do every week. I forget what they're called. Anyways, so yeah, there would just be info on like who they are really, or when they were drafted and stuff. And then I thought it would be cool if the checklist was like the board, because I mean it's just kind of perfect and it saves some time for design, I guess. And game day moments, thank you. And then here, so this is the first, this I made in June, I think. So this was the first insert we came up with. So basically the Habs guy came up with the many of the ideas, and then I would kind of like bring them to life, I guess, when it comes to the cards. Now here, the concept behind this was just like, it would be, the photo would obviously be taken during a photo shoot, and then you'd be able to, because like in the NHL, the draft, because I used the official NHL full stream of the draft to as inspiration, and they always had, when they would come on stage, they would always have like some info about them, like comparables and stuff like that. So basically these cards serve as like, they're fun, I think they look pretty good, and they kind of just introduce you to like who they are really, and because obviously like most of them you might not know about because they're brand, like you've never seen them in the NHL obviously. So yeah, and then there are some more designs and some autographs, because yeah, that is pretty cool. And next up we have the graduates. Now these are my personal favorites, and these would be like the big hit thing, like Young Guns, for example. Not that they would be as sought after as Young Guns, but they would be like the main thing, I think. So basically here, this is my favorite design. I don't think the design is that good. Like there are some things that kind of bug me. Like I don't know if I like the kind of metallic texture, or like I don't know honestly, but it's just, I put a bunch of shapes together, and eventually I had something like that. And hi, Diamond Killer. So okay, that's cool. I can see the chat. So here, you can see, like, again, there's like a metallic texture to it, and the reason for that is because I tried to give it some sort of feel of like a plaque, as if, you know, and they're called graduates because it's like they're graduating. And hi, Sam. So yeah, it's like, it's called graduates because it's like they're graduating to the next step, I guess. Or it's like, yeah, and that I don't really know how to explain it, but that was kind of my thought process. So as you can see, it's like sort of engraved, the name here. Actually, you can't really see it too well with my computer. But yeah, that's what I was going like through in my mind. And then you can see there's the shape of the NHL logo, and that just means it's like sort of like a badge, you know, it's like, oh, congratulations, you've made it to the next step. And then there would obviously be some memorabilia, which would be from the exact jersey from the photo shoot. Or like they would just like, it would be from the draft basically. So that's what would make it special, because like most people like, obviously they like game worn jerseys, but yeah, so that's kind of like the alternative for, well, in this case. So yeah, that's basically that, what I wanted to touch on for that. And then this is a Mertz cider, and then there would also be the jersey auto, which would be numbered to 25, yeah. And then there would be the patch, which I find looks pretty nice, with the red. And then there would be, I know you're an ass fan, but here's Makar. Okay, now, obviously, people are always going to call me biased for this, and I probably am, but I genuinely find Makar better, especially in the playoffs. Hughes was very, very... He wasn't playing too well. Makar was still, like, at some points not as good, but... I mean, I think that Makar has a better future, but it's also because he's with a better team, in my opinion. I still think that the Avs would have won if it wasn't for Grubauer being injured, because they're pretty stacked and they don't really need that good of a goalie. Anyways, so and hi to everybody who I haven't said hi to yet. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, basically I just made different variations, and yeah, these are probably my favorites. And then, oh my god, so of course, because it's the jersey that they're wearing, there's the shield, and we couldn't miss the opportunity to include the shield. So obviously there would be 1-1 shields, and everybody likes shields. Everybody wants a shield, really. I don't really see why not put them. And here's a Kapokako. Obviously it's not signed because he has an exclusive license with Panini, or at least for that year. And Hughes had more points, yeah. And but Makar is better overall, I'd say so too. And next up, okay, these I've actually seen comments about. So these are the draft signature pucks. I actually thought about making them vertical, like having the puck there, because I think that would be pretty cool, like similar to the shield. But I mean, they're cool. Now here, I just tried to give, I don't really know what I was going for here. It's sort of like trying to look like a puck here. It doesn't, the design here, I just try to make it like fit, because like the puck takes like almost half of the entire card. And the puck would be from obviously the picture, not necessarily the picture, but it would be from the draft. So it'd be a draft puck and it'd be signed. The Avs goalie situation is okay. Francouz is going to be a great future. That's true. It just kind of sucks that Grubauer was injured, because I feel, and then Francouz, or they replaced him with Hutchinson, and then there was an OT goal by Kiwi Ranta. I think was it him? I don't really remember, but oh man, that was really painful to watch. But it's fine. It's just a game. So yeah, these designs were some of the last ones I did, and then I had to do a Bowen Byram because, like, you know, it's Bowen Byram. Yeah, and there's the house guy is awesome. Yeah, so off to the next design. Oh, thank God. I thought the stream was gonna stop there. So here, scouting reports. So basically the name comes from the CHL insert scouting report, similar to how there are what are they called, the Team Canada and Program of Excellence. That's what it is. Similar to that, like, so I kind of stole the name and put it in this product. Yeah, internet troubles. But can you guys hear me like fine? Is it like just the frame rate that is bad? Because Streamlabs says that I'm getting cable. Now I'm getting 60 frames per second. Earlier I was getting 0. So I hope if it cut, whatever, it doesn't really matter, because I don't think anybody would want to hear me ramble for 20 minutes. Audio is good. Cool. Anyways, so yeah, scouting report kind of put a map, and actually a cool thing about that is that here you see the WHL logo. Now I don't know if this insert could be a reality, because like they would need licenses, but they already have the CHL license. I don't know, but I put the WHL logo like closer to like the west where it would be, whereas like if it was like OHL, it'd be like here, and then like QM, like all those leagues, it would be like a little thing. I didn't do any other designs. And I don't think that I could make any variations of these anymore, because I kind of forgot how to use Pixelmator, because I'm now using Photoshop. And yeah, back on that. So yeah, like next time if I'm gonna do another project like this, it's like the efficiency level is gonna be a lot higher. Like, and I think I'll be able to make more cards. And like, as you might have noticed, like the pack simulator, it's only one pack. It's the same pack, so I'll be able to make more cards probably, which is fun. And cool, you can hear me. And you hit the bell. Thank you, Nico. Or maybe that's the Habs guy, I don't know. Anyways, thank you nonetheless, because I like when people support my brother. So yeah, here you see the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and you see him, and I put like some blueprint. Actually, my inspiration was the rookie signs from Credentials. Sorry. And yeah, I just thought that like it looked cool, and so yeah, it kind of fits, I find. And next up we have the behind the mic. So these are actually case hits, and we kind of decided that last minute, because it would be cool addition. And thank you, Sam, that's really nice. And yeah, so it's just like a funky insert. There's actually the checklist. I haven't completely looked at it, but he did it like really well, really nicely. So we have a Google Docs that we shared that looked a lot like what Cardboard Connection would do. It looked really nice. Unfortunately, we couldn't really show it. He showed it a bit in the video, but anyways, so that's basically it for the design. You saw the speed art probably in the video. It's just I tried to give like some mic feel here, and then like some news show or something like that. And it's just like to show like we tried to touch on every single aspect of the draft, you know. So it's like the pre-show, and then like the actual draft, and then after. The thing is, like I had this idea to make redemptions called New Wave. So it'd be like you get a redemption card, and then you get like a specific card of like when those players play in the NHL. But the problem is Upper Deck, first of all, well, most people don't like redemptions, and also it would be really hard for Upper Deck to keep track of that. I mean, they're already struggling on EPAC with their MVP predictor parallels, so it would be too much work. I just thought it would be a cool idea, but I don't think it would be really realistic, and like it's a nice idea, but it wouldn't be a good idea necessarily for the product, especially if the box had to say may contain time sensitive redemptions, which would suck, because like that's always kind of a turnoff for some people, especially after those redemptions are expired. And then here are the final designs that I did. These are the idols. I'm sorry if it's it's not horizontal, but basically this is probably one of my favorite designs. I just really like it. It's funky, and I still like it, even though it's been months since I've done it. Now here I kind of looked at, again, credentials. They're third star, first star. They're star inserts. And like I think it would be cool if it had like some OPG cardboard feel, not the new ones but the old ones. And here it's sort of like, you see the concept is that it's like a comparable, and the checklist is super cool. If you want to go, I highly suggest you go check out the checklist. Like my brother did a fantastic job. It's super cool, and like there's some really cool pairings. So for example here, like this is a pretty good pairing. And then there's also like the jersey versions and the autographs, and basically it's like as if they're like looking up to the idol, and so I don't know, I just gave it like some kitty crafts like vibe to it. I think that was kind of like what I was going for here. And actually there's a question here. All right, for both brothers, which Islander is better, Anders Lee or Brock Nelson? They're both very underrated. That's true. Nelson has had 54 points in 68 games. Not bad, eh? Okay. I haven't really been following that much, but I remember Lee being pretty good. I don't know if he's that good anymore, but no, I don't really know. I'd honestly have to say Lee, but I wouldn't know really. Honestly, yeah, wanted him in Montreal, yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of like what I thought about for the design. So now that I've kind of said everything when it comes to the designs, I actually kind of wanted to show the checklist, and then I'll talk about how I designed it. So here, this is the checklist. There's a bit of info here, and it shows the odds, which I love. Also for the base, there are exclusives and high gloss cards, and also clear cuts. I didn't make them. I could have made them, but I mean, first of all, laziness, and second of all, again, I don't really have access to those files anymore, which kind of sucks. It's not that I don't, it's just that I don't really know how I did it back then, because it's still been a pretty decent, like, a long time when I did the base cards, so like I don't really remember what I did exactly or how I did it, so I don't know if I would be able to make it so it would match. But yeah. Instead, I was trying to say, yeah. So, if you haven't checked the checklist yet, yeah, it's really cool. So the box contains one auto guaranteed and one memorabilia card, and so basically, I'm pretty sure, yeah, every single pack would have an insert. We made sure that would happen. So like there would be one autograph, which would be one, then two, one relic, and one numbered parallel, which would be like exclusives or whatever, and then two idols, which I actually thought at first they were going to be case hits, and then there would be four profiles, because they would be like really like sought after inserts, I guess, same as the graduates. And then we would be at 15, and there's 16 packs, but then 6 scouting reports, and then there would probably be like some extra hit, which would be like, or extra card, I don't really know. And should you buy Photoshop for 130? Well, the thing is, I have Creative Cloud, so it comes with like it's a subscription, and it comes with a bunch of things. So I get to use like Premiere and all that stuff. But I mean, if you are willing to commit to it, like I highly suggest it, because it took me about a week to get used to it, and there are tons of tutorials, and I highly recommend that you do. Like if you look at, so all the designs here weren't made with Photoshop. Like what I was using was Pixelmator, and that's like 30 Canadian, I think, or something like that. So I think like I started with that, and it's really, really good for like when you start. But like, I mean, I've seen your designs before. So like Photoshop, I highly recommend it if you're willing to, especially if you're willing to like sell stuff. It's super intuitive. I mean, it's confusing because it's super overwhelming, and I was overwhelmed. That's why I never really tried it, even though I had it for a while. And yeah, so I do recommend it because it took me about a week. I watched a bunch of tutorials, and now I still have a lot to learn, but I'm getting a lot better. And there are a lot of Photoshop packs that you can download from, like, if you look on YouTube, there's a bunch of like cool effects, like color correction and all that, and it just adds a lot to whatever you do. Like the box, I did it on Pixelmator, but then I changed it a bit and put it on into Photoshop, and then made things look better there. Same for the pack. Because if you see in the trailer at the start, the box and the pack look a bit different, whereas in the end of the trailer, there's like the box of the blaster, and like they look slightly different. Like the designs look a bit better by the end. So it's just a little thing, because like we weren't gonna have to replace all that, because when it comes to the trailer, it was 40 seconds long, but there was so much that went through that, like so much time and effort. Yes, Pixelmator, but it's an O and not an E at the end. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's just, well, now that I use it, because I use it for my thumbnails, because I don't really take too much time for my thumbnails. I still need to figure out how to really, like, thumbnails are really tricky, because like it's kind of like a new thing, you know, and I don't really know. It's just kind of tough. Anyways, so the checklist here, so there's like the base card. So basically it would go all through, well, every single player. And wait, actually, that's not the base. Is that the base card? Yeah, okay. But basically, the hard part about that is that if Upper Deck were to do that, it would probably be pretty hard for them to get pictures of like 7th round picks. And maybe they could just avoid that completely and do like a smaller checklist, like for Team Canada Juniors. But I mean, there are a lot of packs. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe they could get pictures of them like at home. I don't know. Whatever. It's just like, I don't really know how they would do that. And again, I don't really know why they never did a draft day product. They had draft day gems, which were like promos. But I feel like there's something that has to do with like NHL licensing or like NHLPA, because they're not yet in the NHL. So like maybe they're just not allowed. I don't know. That's probably the most plausible reason. So maybe it would be like a late year product, but that would be kind of awkward, because the point of the project was to make a product where, you know, you don't really know who you're gonna get or who's gonna become good. You know, like Braden Point, for example, or Kubalik, for example. How do you get Pixelmator on a non-Apple product? I think it's only Apple, actually, which sucks. So the thing is, I only have Mac, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only Apple. But if not, I mean, GIMP is free, and that's like Photoshop on a budget. I don't know if you already used that, but that's pretty good. Yeah, I've skipped over so many. Oh, bye Sam. I probably left already. Yeah, anyways. So I'll just go down the checklist further. Insert checklist. So this is the profiles, and then there's all the players from the first round, and then scouting report, which would be like, so it wouldn't be necessarily like an NHL product. Again, that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really know if there would be a product like this. Oh, and apparently there's internet lag. My brother just texted me. Well, I hope I am still there. Maybe you guys didn't hear some of what I said, but it really doesn't matter that much, because I'm just showing my perspective on this project. So then idols, this is my favorite part. So actually, other graduates, yeah. Oh, behind the mic. Yeah, graduates are so cool. Okay, so for the idols, there was obviously Carey Price, the Carey Price one. Then there would be Patrick Kane and Jack Hughes, which is an amazing pairing, I find. Darnell Nurse with We're Excited. So my brother did all this, and it's like it's just so great. Like Ryan Getzlaff with Kirby Doc, some of the great ones like Henrik Zetterberg with Tuchat, or like Matt Duchene with New Hook would be pretty cool. Tarasenko, like there are some really good ones like Kaapo Kakko and Mikko Rantanen. Personally, I would love to have that. Now when it comes to, I don't know if, they would have to get Kaapo Kakko's license, but anyways, Max Domi, for example, Peyton Krebs, Dylan Larkin, that would be pretty cool. Mitch Marner and Trevor, I don't even know who that is. And then yeah, anyways, the last one would be Nolan Foote and Rick Nash. So that's really, really cool. And then the behind the mic, so there'd be like 10 cards here of just like some announcers, which is pretty cool. And then there's like all the graduates. Oh, what the heck? Sorry about that. And yeah, so the checklist would be pretty big. And yeah, there's just a lot of variation. Like it's just fun, I guess. Like, and the project was just so fun to do. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and like, you've probably already opened a pack if you've seen the website. But yeah, here you can open a pack. I'll just go ahead and open actually, I don't think as many people open the retail pack because like maybe they just didn't see it or maybe they just didn't really care. But if you just go ahead and open, you can see, oh wow, base card, all right. Jack Hughes, that's cool. And then, oh yay, insert card, we got our profiles. And like profiles would probably be like the big thing when it comes to blasters. And like, maybe also there could be like some exclusive insert, but I don't know. I don't really know. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So yeah. And then now I'm gonna talk about hopefully, okay. The thing is, I really hope that Upper Deck does see this at least. That's all I really want when it comes to this. But again, like I really feel like they probably already thought about this. So there's probably a reason, but after they see, because I've seen like the comments on my brother's video, and there's like a lot of people who seem to be for the project. Like I think a lot of people would like this. Yeah. So you sent them the link. That's awesome. Thank you. And yeah, we should call them. So yeah. Now how I did it, for those who maybe want to make their own cards or something. Because like the thing is, in March, I posted on my story on Instagram that I was making custom cards and they looked so bad. But anyways, I just said that like I wanted to make some virtual e-pack like Topps digital card pack opening thing, simulator thing. And then when my brother talks about, because we were just talking in like April or March, and then he just brought up, we looked at this list because he had a huge list of like video ideas that he just never got to when he had his Talking Cardboard series, and one of them was Drafty. He had a bunch of others that are really cool. I know he has a lot of plans for the future, which is really cool and exciting, but Drafty was one that like we just loved, so we had to do it, and so we did. And so I kind of scrapped that project. I told a few people about that project, and then I just said, oh yeah, my brother and I are working on something else. And like in the past few weeks, I was mentioning how I was, I know you're talking about it, they're great. And yeah, so basically, it was just really fun. Like I kept mentioning it. The thing is, it took us a really long time to release the video. Because we had a lot of struggles. Like it was really tough to do it, like because we didn't have any sense of direction really. We just knew that like we had ideas and we wanted to see what we could do with that. We could have done more, we could have done some things differently, but that's like, anyways, we still ended up coming up with something that I'm personally really proud of, so that's fun. Yeah, so for the base cards here, the base cards are really easy to do. I quickly did them in like 30 minutes. I just put I made like some shape, and then anyways, it's pretty basic. And also how we came up with them, it was just like, we want something very simple, obviously, because it's base cards. and Avsky LP collab. Actually, I'm completely down. If you want to like call or something or do whatsoever, I don't really like that would be really fun. I haven't done anything like that yet, but that would be really cool actually. So I'll have to think about that. And yeah, when it comes to the profiles here, if you were wondering, so basically all I did was just cut. I found so the thing is I found a bunch of pictures of the photos of players in the first round, and they just looked like really nice pictures. Like I have to use them, also for consistency, because when I was making so many different like variations of the designs, I had to, you know, when it comes to the pictures, I really needed consistency. Like the base cards, it was kind of hard because I don't know. I think they would be kind of boring because they most of them would just be like pictures of them in a draft. So it's kind of tough for that. I don't know. And then for the profiles, I was really lucky because I found all those pictures, and then I just used them, and I put like this is very similar to what they had in the NHL live stream. So yeah, basically I just like put a gradient design, and I put all the info. All the info, I'm pretty sure, most of the info comes from that live stream. So I kind of plagiarized, but I actually yeah, I plagiarized. Oh god, no, I'm kidding. And yeah, so that's it here. Actually, making the autos was really cool because like obviously these are digital cards, so they didn't actually sign it, in case anybody thought. And actually, it's pretty funny because many people thought that this was a real product, but no. Upper Deck has strict licenses. There's no way we would ever do that. Even if we tried, making your own hockey card product would be extremely hard. You wouldn't be able to put faces even, and also being able to print it. You wouldn't be looking to make a profit because you probably won't. Or even like how would you get autographs and stuff? I don't know. Anyways, I used to always want to do that. So when it comes to the autographs, I just found their autograph like on a card or a paper or something, and I would just cut around, and then the thing is really fuzzy, so I had to like put a stroke over it, and so it's a bit thick for some of them, like as you can see here, because it was too fuzzy, so I had to like kind of cover that and make it look natural. Actually, the Tobias Bjornfot wasn't like, it was kind of scratched, but I still put it there, because as you can see, the picture is different. It's not the same like sort of look, but I just kind of felt like putting it because I did it before this one. But I just couldn't leave it out. And then the graduates, now this took me a lot of time, because I didn't know what I was going to do until finally I just tested things out, and I just started putting shapes together, shading, putting gradients, all that. And then eventually I came up with something. I was like, wait a minute, that kind of looks like a plaque. Like this back part makes no sense at all. I don't really know what it means. Like maybe this could be a podium. I don't know. I really don't know. That's why like this design, I'm not too keen on it. Like it doesn't look that nice. But I like that it gives you that sort of sense of like graduation, and that's like what the name kind of gives. And I also like the concept of how the memorabilia there is worn at the draft or after in a photo shoot. I don't know. And so yeah, that's that. And for the patches, I had to find some close-ups of jerseys. I could have easily taken a photo of my brother's Habs jersey, but at the time my phone was really bad and I have a better phone, so I could have done that, but whatever. And then I also had, this is actually the same picture, but just from a different angle. And I also wanted to make it like look better because eventually I was like, actually the gold looks really bad, so I turned it into red. And it's not, because most of the cards, like the base cards, would always match the color of the team. Now when it comes to graduates, all patches and like they would always have this color as a background, because like I felt like every single insert, like the profiles always had a different color, and I thought that's kind of like not Upper Deck like, in my opinion. And then for the shield, this was from Brent Burns shield from the cup. It was a really nice picture, and I just took it from there, and then I put red behind it, so it would match that. Or actually no, I just cut that and I took a close-up of the Rangers jersey and I put it there. And yeah, this is probably my favorite one. It's actually not centered because on Pixelmator, I was struggling to center stuff. Photoshop is so much better. Like I could go on for hours talking about how good Photoshop is. Yeah, anyways. Now here, this was extremely tough again because Pixelmator, like when it comes to like, at this point, I felt like I was trying to achieve something a lot far greater than like what I could achieve. And also like, you know, I wasn't making any sketches or stuff. I was just going with the flow. So I tried to find like some carbon fiber texture, and I just overlaid it over. And then you can notice like there's in the background, like actually you can't see it in the stream, but you can see there's the player in the background. And yeah, for the puck, this was the hardest part. I had to make it look like it was actually there. And also, they were always, all the puck pictures that I was finding, most of them were always at an angle. So I had to like change the perspective, twist them. I could have easily just taken one puck, put their auto on it, but I wasn't thinking, and I just wasted so much time. See, again, efficiency could be way better. Like we weren't that as efficient, but that's like kind of like the challenge. Face reveal soon. No plans for that because I am extremely camera shy. Actually, in the trailer, his face cam, my brother's face cam, you see he's in a car. That was when we shot that. I was right there because he kept going to me every time he would forget or he wouldn't say, like, because it's like what he said was amazing. Like he was super good and comfortable. He would sometimes stop, and that's why there were cuts, and ask me like what else to talk about because like, you know, it was a bit confusing and he was doing a lot. And so I was there, but I was like completely in the corner because I didn't want people to even see my code or even know that I was there. So oops, I just spoiled something, or I just revealed something that I probably wasn't supposed to say. Yeah, then the scanning report, I just put stuff together. This design is just so bland. Like I just found a texture. I hardly did anything for this. Oops. But whatever. I mean, it looks decent, so I went with it. And behind the mic, you saw the speed art. That was, again, very simple. I was lucky to find so many good pictures. The design, I mean, I really like the design. I was just really lucky to find so many good pictures for that. And so, because most of the designs, I had to make the shading, the shapes, and all that. And it was a lot more complicated. Because those were like later designs. I was a bit more lazy. And then the idols, that took a heck of a time. I had an initial design that was it was some sort of like gold and look. I was trying to make it look like some Panini thing for some reason, like National Treasures, and I was like, Upper Deck would never do that. And then I just went for some completely different design because I thought it fit a lot better. You would buy the auto pucks. That's kind of surprising, actually. A lot of people seem to like those ones more than the other cards. They're not my favorites. But anyways, that's basically it. Oh, and my brother just walked in. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's I just, when it comes to these designs here, you can say hi.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I was watching on my laptop upstairs.
Is the quality like bad? Is it
No, it's good. I was watching in 144p for a while because
I have it 1080 60.
No, it was good. It's just I was watching it in like potato like quality, but no, it's all
okay, good. I'm glad that like it didn't stop.
Yeah.
Here it was really fun to make. I just, again, this is like I just went completely crazy at that point. I just put some very like I don't know, it's just,
yeah, those are my favorites.
Some kitty look. I put like stars, and then actually the hardest part was the autos because I don't think that this would actually, on a card, I don't think there'd be two autos side by side. Honestly, I don't think it would fit because normally the stickers are very big.
Yeah, that may be true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So that was really hard because I was like, well, I don't want to put like one up there. Actually, that would look pretty nice if I were to change the design, but yeah, I don't really know, honestly. But
maybe smaller stickers.
Yeah, I basically talked about everything I wanted to talk about, I think. Like, the designs, it was super fun to do. I'm super happy, and, like, we could do, like, I'm just excited because, like, we could do a lot more, and now that, like, I know, like, I have so many ideas, and, you know, they're, like, I feel like it would make a great product. And yeah, honestly, it's just a cool thing, and it was a really cool.
Well, it's nice to release it now.
Yeah, finally.
Finally, not.
See, let's just play the video.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the voice actor was great for that.
Yeah, he was cool.
There you go, great quality.
Yeah, you get to watch the trailer.
I can actually analyze. Wait, do you want to analyze the trailer? I don't know.
Yeah.
I could just pause and like.
Here.
Actually, you could just.
This trailer took probably about 30 hours of my time to animate. It was my first attempt at
animation is hard.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of video editing. I like doing the edits now in my videos, but this was a lot of work. I started off with, obviously, well, I went basically in order. Oh, it's glitching. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I just basically animated those. Got the
oh my god, yes, it
boxes
does.
to come
Sorry.
in.
It actually does. Yeah, LP, I do agree because I actually took inspiration from
Oh yeah,
Pinnacle.
you're right. 11, 12 pinnacle.
Yeah.
So right here, this is probably my favorite part. I basically put I got my I got Av's guide to get me some copies of or PNGs of all of the layers of the what are they called, profiles, and then I basically got them to come in all at like separate time, and so it kind of like I did it as if it was building, which I thought was kind of cool. Profiles look so sick.
Again, like if you haven't seen the trailers, because they don't have that many views. But
Yeah.
Upper Deck has like some trailers similar to this, and the voice actor sounds almost the same, which is crazy.
That was the goal. Yeah.
And
Well, hopefully Upper Deck sees this. I mean, I know I'm gonna probably try and send this to them.
we should print off the base. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
And put them in topple roofs
But,
because that would make them look more real, I think.
Yeah. One thing is we wouldn't be allowed to sell them because we've got the NHL and the Upper Deck logo on them, of course. But
Yeah,
hey, LP, how's it going? Yeah.
People are joining now. Yay.
Oh yeah, you got. Hey,
7
you bring
views.
me in there.
Cool.
And then you get a few more views.
And like, I mean, I like the whole animation, but like this. Okay, the thing is, like, this was the first thing you had, and I just thought it was amazing. You had to put motion blur even because
that's
it
true.
looks
So,
bad. If
I was
not.
yeah, my biggest discovery while I was animating this part is well, at first I didn't have any motion blur and it just looked so bad. Yeah, I guess you could airbrush off the logos. But yeah, I had like it looked so cheesy, and then I figured out how to put some motion blur, make it seem like they were like sliding in, and I think it looks all right. I'd like to do it again sometime, but
yeah, and this is by far my favorite part.
yeah, I agree.
It's just
The
it
profiles
looks
are
great.
pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's pretty awesome.
Ooh, we got 6 viewers. One of them is my laptop upstairs, but
all right, and then we,
oh, I like my transition right here. That's probably my favorite one. Just whips across, and then you got
yeah, and when you make them
Ratchets.
come in, you went frame by frame and like
yeah. That's why it took so long. Is I had to go frame by frame. I'd put them in, then I'd put a keyframe, and then move them like a few pixels to the right, then another keyframe. So
yeah.
it took a lot of time, but yeah, I think it looks all right.
Graduates memorabilia cards.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Which include memorabilia from the NHL entry draft and draft day signature packs.
Okay, this I really like.
I love the 3D look.
Oh, okay,
I mean, those
LP,
pucks are
have a nice
3D.
one.
Oh yeah, have a nice day. Yeah, I like the 3D of those.
Yeah, so it was a last minute thing because like all the cards looked so flat. I thought so. I just thought maybe this time we could have 3D cards, and basically this I did like a few weeks ago or a few days ago. I don't really remember when I did this. But basically all I did, like, for people who want to know, because like I didn't use like Blender or Cinema 4D or any of those 3D render products. Also, I just realized we can see the Habs thing. Oh god, the Habs guy is so embarrassed.
The what?
We can see Habs glass in the background. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
So basically I used Photoshop to do this, and it's really easy. All I had to do, I don't know. I really don't know. Anyways, so I had to put it on like
I've been looking for
some...
this for like a week and a half now.
Oh my god.
I don't know why that. Yeah.
Why did
okay.
I have it? What the heck? Okay.
No, I don't know. That's weird.
So I put it on an angle, and then I just copy paste it, and then put it in white, and then I just drew some white lines, and then it makes like it makes it look 3D.
It looks
and,
awesome. It looks so.
It just makes
so
everything
real.
come more, yeah. And the background, I don't really know, like it kind of seems like pucks. Is that what you were going for? 'Cause
Yeah.
it looks like that. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, that is.
And then finally, there's a transition, and then there's like the poster I did. And my favorite part about that is because I wanted you to do that, and you did it, is to put particles or like lights or whatever. Oh, and actually, there's something interesting about the trailer. So, you see the reason that, as you can see, there are like some lights here. That kind of gives you like some draft.
Oh yeah, I did have. So I went into this project, like the trailer part, with like a concept in mind. So I wanted to like kind of imitate what the NHL draft would be like, just in the background. So you can see like at the beginning, you just got the flashing lights of like the entry draft. On the first day, how it's all just crazy. Box comes in, the pack comes in, and then The profiles is basically like the photo shoot before they get drafted into the NHL. That's why they're just in their like in their suits and stuff. So then you still got like some stuff in the background, and then the graduates. So then they finally get drafted. Then you got the graduates here. Some more flashing lights because I don't know. You got cameras and stuff and people shooting photos. And then afterwards, this is basically the first time they skate on the ice with their new teams, and yeah, it's just basically like the signature pucks, and then yeah, and then it goes kind of like back to the start. I wanted it to like go full circle, so I copied that same effect there and put it at the end that we've got at the beginning. So
yeah, it's really cool, and like I mean it looks awesome. Actually, one funny thing that I forgot to mention. So I hardly talked about the blaster or the retail, but I just thought that like we should have had a retail version after doing the hobby, because like I was like, oh, well, might as well. And so making the retail box was a lot harder than making the hobby box, because I had to put like all those little things like normally they have some stuff written, but I was kind of lazy there. It's just like they're really peculiar. Like they have some very specific things that they all have in common, which I thought was pretty interesting. Here it was really easy because all I had to do was do the first face and then the same face here. I used the OPG Platinum box of 1920, and I just basically put the faces on over the box, and then so basically this is an OPG Platinum box, but it looks a lot better, I find. So
yeah, I gotta go.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I'll watch from.
Well, I'm gonna finish like really soon.
Cool. Are you gonna upload it like as a video?
Yeah.
Or is it just getting
I'll put like
deleted?
a thumbnail and stuff. If
Cool.
anybody wants to know, like any nerds or hardcore fans of drafting now,
Yeah, you can watch a 15-minute live stream of,
of me rambling about the project. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
Okay.
Right.
And yeah, the problem with this was, this was obviously like months after I had designed this, and when I did the pack, I was like, wait a minute, this looks so much better than the first pack, or not this pack, but the pack you see at the start of the trailer. And I just thought, I was like, oh dang it, like I didn't want that, because as you can see on the hobby box and the pack in the background, it's like, and even here, it's like some jersey look, because obviously the graduates are in, it's like they're getting drafted. And so when I did that, I was like, oh my god, that should be like the hobby pack, but it's not. And I just still think that it looks better than that. Like I had to update it, and it looks better afterwards because I put like more lines, and I put like a lens flare, all that. But anyways, it kind of sucks that, because normally retail is like less appealing, or it looks less appealing. I find the hobby box much better than the retail. I find the retail kind of bad, or the blaster. But whatever. Anyways, nonetheless, I should probably just stop criticizing myself. I'm just really glad that like so many people seemed like it was kind of a surreal experience, because I mean we've been waiting to release this project for so long, and it's like the big project, because last year my brother had his expo video, which did really well, and then I feel like this is gonna be like again like that. And yeah, I mean he's been posting a lot in this video. I really hope it does well. And I just think it's really cool. I like that people liked it, because before we did the premiere, it was kind of stressful because I wanted people to like it, because I had been waiting for so long and I worked so hard on it. It was just like, hopefully people like it. And yeah, there was a lot of positive feedback, and I'm just really glad. I mean, a lot of people thought it was a real product, which is so thank you, the Habs guy. It was just so nice to see that like people actually believed that it was going to be a real product. I mean that kind of maybe means that it looks like Upper Deck, I guess, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, like if Upper Deck can in some way make this a reality, or at least like insert some of these cards, I don't know, something, I feel like this could become a reality. There's just a lot Upper Deck would have to go through, I think. I don't exactly know. Like we didn't do any of that research, because first of all we can't find any of that. It's kind of like I don't know. It's really tough. I don't know, but it's nonetheless it's a cool concept, and I hope you guys do like the concept. I mean, like obviously there is going to be some constructive criticism, and there might be some hate on it, which is fine. It just sucks when you work really hard on something, but it's expected. I mean, people complain sometimes, which is fine. It doesn't matter. It's their opinion. I mean, likes and dislikes are just feedback. I mean, my last video got a decent amount of dislikes, but it really doesn't matter, honestly. I should probably stop caring so much about that. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. That was my first stream. Just talked about draft day, and hope you guys did enjoy this. If you're watching this after the stream has ended, then hi, and yeah, hope you liked it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be working on more things like this, and as I go, I'm just gonna improve. It's gonna be fun. It's awesome. Life's good, and I love graphic design. It is amazing. It is the best thing. Not the best thing. Hockey cards are the best thing, obviously, but the second best thing in the world. And yeah, all right. Well, I don't really know how to make an outro. I'm just gonna. I think I touched on everything. If not, I'm probably gonna talk about things on my Instagram. I was thinking about making votes, like what card design do you like more? I don't know.